This next concept is called turn on the haunches. Some people may call it yielding the shoulder. We're essentially just moving the front feet over laterally while the back feet stay relatively in one spot. All right, so this one is a little more of a combination cue than the turn on the forehand is. We actually have to use our reins along with our leg yield. So whenever we're talking about leg yield, we're actually going to be using, if we're going to move the horse to the right now, the horse's front end to the right, I would actually use my calf right here. I don't use my heel. I don't want to confuse it with moving the hip over. I just want to use my calf and just kind of close it up against the side of the horse there while I keep my outside leg off of the horse and relaxed, okay? So there shouldn't be any pressure on your outside leg to get your horse to move over. I'm gonna go ahead and gather my reins up. And you know, you can do this with a direct rein or a neck rein. Either way is fine. And just to show it, I think I'll do it with a direct rein. Even though I have a curb bit in, I could still communicate with the direct rein for this purpose. So if I want her to move to the right now, away from you, I'm going to do three things. The first thing I'm going to do is set up my body and my balance. If you ever think about, you know, what balance means in riding, you have to think about the importance of it like this. If someone were to come into the round pen now and give me a piggyback ride around the round pen, I get on their shoulders, let's say, and they're walking around with me on their shoulders, and I lean to the right, what's likely to happen? They're probably going to stagger to the right. I'm going to offset their balance, and it's going to encourage their balance to move that direction. It's the same with a horse. As big as they are, and as small as we are in relation to them, we are at the very top of their body, making them very top heavy. So any subtle movement we make on top of the horse can greatly influence their balance. So it's the first thing we do on turn on the haunches. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rotate above the hip, all right? So you can think of it as turning my eyes and my belly button in the direction I want to go. Now I'm not going to crank my body way around, but it's going to be a subtle gesture of moving my balance in that direction, okay? Now what I'll do is that first, and then I'm going to just put a little weight down in my right stirrup, just add some weight to it, bring my reins over in the direction I want to go, maybe holding back on the rein just a little, just to keep them from going forward. And then I'm going to close that outside leg as well, okay? So here's how it should look. If I'm squared up here, I'm looking forward, all right? I'm going to turn, put weight down in my right foot, and close my left leg against my horse, and you can see that her front feet move over in the direction I'm wanting to go. I'll release pressure, let her know that that's right. Now I'm going to move her back towards you here. I'm going to turn my body, bring my reins in, close that leg. I'm putting weight down in my left foot, pressure in with my right calf, and now we have another turn on the haunches. These are great skill sets to have no matter what you're doing with your horse. This leads into your side pass. It leads into the other one. The turn on the forehand leads into lead departures at the canter, flying lead changes. It will help you with opening and closing gates and just maneuvering your horses on the trail, even around trees. So these are vital parts of riding that you have to have. Turn on the forehand and turn on the haunches.